Luke, another away game this week with Woking on Tuesday night. How have preparations been for the game?
Preparation's been good. We assessed things from Saturday's game against Dagenham. Obviously, the first goal was a corner. Angelo Balanta lost his man to score. And then the second goal was a deep free kick. So I have to say, playing against a team like Woking and the manner in which they play with their long throws and their good quality into the box, they're relentless with putting balls into the goal-scoring zones. We spent a large portion of today's session on restarts and organisation and how we can be better. So, yeah, listen, it was good because we spoke to the group. We addressed Saturday's performance. We addressed where we probably could have improved. I spoke about where I felt that I made the wrong decision and needed to make a better decision with regards to the personnel coming on the pitch. But, yeah, we're fully prepared. We know their sort of manner, the way they play. I don't know their team-wise because, listen, I could be potentially making 2 or 3 changes to the starting 11 on Tuesday evening due to the games coming thick and fast. So from their team that played on Saturday against Kings Lynn, it was different to the team that played against Altrincham, as it was different against the team playing against Torquay. So we know what they do in terms of their manner, the way they go about their business, and we need to be right on it come 7:45 tomorrow evening in both boxes, because that's what it's going to take to win a game of football against Woking.
You mentioned it there, and you also mentioned it post Dagenham about the importance of rotating your side. How big can strength and depth be from now until the end of the season?
Yeah, listen, it is unbelievably important, and especially when you got a squad like the squad we have. Look at the 21 players that we have. Yeah, we got Tom Champ that's currently sidelined through injury. We got Pierre Mongoya coming back after 4 weeks with an eye injury. We got Mark Ricketts that's been out for 6-7 weeks on a recurrence of his knee. Matt Reed done his calf. They're all back now. I've got to manage Mark Ricketts being 36 and playing Saturday, Tuesday. I've got to manage Matt Reed being 36, playing Saturday, Tuesday. We've got some youngins, but Kane Smith is tough. Corey Whiteley is tough. And we need to ensure that we're getting the best out of them, playing week in, week out. And listen, they play a certain way tomorrow night, and we might need the big, strong lads to go and late on to go and see out a game. But yeah, horses for courses. We need to ensure that every team that we put out is ready, they're fresh, they understand their jobs. And that's something that I believe we do here at the club, and understand that what's asked of the group. And yeah, we need to ensure that that's the case. We go Saturday, Tuesday for the rest of this month. We ease off it slightly, but what's to say that there's not an order shot coming around the corner where there's a COVID case and you're then having to put a Saturday game back on a Tuesday, and there's not many Tuesdays left. So yeah, we need to box clever with the personnel we're putting out on the pitch and ensure that they're as fit and as strong as they possibly can be to get the best result.
Scoring goals has obviously been an issue this season, but we've got Kabongo Shimanga, who's the 3rd highest goal scorer in the league. You've got Junior Marias, who's now off the mark, and Shaquille Cortez, who's been playing well of late. And obviously we've got Reedy coming back from injury. How much of a weight is that off your shoulders?
Yeah, I don't really just want to put it down to that offensive unit. I look at teams like Solihull that scores the goal. Alex Gudger scored 3 goals in 4 games for Solihull in recent weeks. And I'm not being funny, we need to add goals across the board. We spoke about getting goals in that area of the midfield in the 10, and we put Sorba Thomas at Canvey in 6 games. We had the best month for the club's time this year in December. I got manager of the month, and it propelled us up the league. And we put goals and assists in that 10 spot, being Sorba Thomas. We need to get goals across the board. So it's not just a responsibility of Cavs. Yeah, listen, he gets paid to score goals, as does Matt Reed, Junior Marias, as does Tyrone Marsh, Shaquille Cortez. But Corey Whiteley's shipping in with his 2 or 3 a season. Kane needs to add to his 2 or 3. Gus Mufat has brought 5 to the club in terms of his return, and that's probably the best he's had in his career. But we need the likes of Kieran Murta, Mark Ricketts. We need the back 3 to add more goals to their game, especially when it comes to set pieces. And you look at, we conceded in the first minute against Solihull, a set piece. We conceded in the 77th minute against Dagenham from a corner. We conceded in the 85th minute against Dagenham from a free kick. And I can't tell you when we last scored our restart, and that's something that we need to improve on, because I don't want it just being the onus of the front line, because defensively we defend as a team. We defend from the forwards because they press with an intent. It allows the back three to get out of the park or get into better start positions. So, yeah, listen, brilliant that we got boys now off the mark. It's the best forward line I've had the luxury of working with. I said it and I say it again. The 5 of them are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And we need to ensure that we put some of our chances away. The analysis today with Elliot spoke about we're in the top 3 in key passes, we're in the top 3 of possession, we're in the top 3 of final third entries, we are top 3 of expected goals, because you get certain amount of points for getting into certain areas. But at the minute, I believe we're the bottom 5 in terms of the goals scored. So stats are brilliant. Stats are brilliant. Fundamentally, you got to put them stats to the sword and put balls into the back of the net.
So that's obviously going forward, but defensively is something that we have a good record in, but it might have slipped a bit recently. How big is Mark Ricketts coming back into the team and sort of aiding that defensive line?
You say that, but Kieran Murtagh and Gus done really well. Done really well when Mark Ricketts was out injured. He's been out two times now, probably about 14 to 16 weeks across the 2 times out. And Gus Mufata and Kieran Murtagh were probably a party of 6 to 7 clean sheets out of the 11 that we've got. So, yeah, as much as Rico brings a discipline, he brings a reference point to the midfield because he sits in there and he picks up a lot of loose ball. I can't say that the boys prior to Mark Ricketts haven't done well. So we spoke about it. We're trying to get more goals. We are trying to get a little bit more front foot. Do we get a little bit more expansive and open the game up a bit too much? Possibly. It's a fine line between getting them clean sheets and getting the goals on the board. Do I prefer going out and looking a little bit more offensive? Yeah, I do. I think it's prettier on the eye. It's nicer to be a party of. But you know that if you were to keep a clean sheet, we get 1 or 2 chances a game, you're going to win it. And unfortunately for us at the minute, we're not combining that defensive responsibility with our offensive responsibility. If we can get back to sort of the mid-season, the 10 to season of our goals against record, and get right on top of where we've been with regards to scoring goals of late, because we have scored a few. We've got the brace against Dagenham, the brace against Solihull, the 2 against Yeovil. So, yeah, we are getting clusters of goals, and we need to ensure that we're a little bit tighter on our restarts, a little bit tighter on our breakdown. If we can marry that up in the coming weeks, then we may get a run together to give ourselves a chance of getting in the playoffs.
You mentioned clean sheets there, and Woking, who we played Tuesday, our side, we managed to keep a clean sheet against at Meadow Park in a 1-0 win. A very, very capable side with the likes of Jamal Oza and Matty Jarvis in their ranks.
100%. 100%. Charlie Cooper, I think, is very good. Kane Ferdinand's very good. I think Diarra scored 1,424 goals for Hampton, got his move to Barrow. So Ben Gearin, I like, handles the ball superbly. Cook, very good, effective, long throw. Casey, I know he hasn't been playing, and Lofthouse has. And yeah, they got good personnel. They got an unbelievable manager. Dowse has done fantastic with his 2 assistants. They're in the semi-final of the FA Trophy. So they're no mugs. They play a certain way. They get right into you. If you are sloppy in your possession, you dwell on the ball, they're going to be right in your face. They pick up a lot of regains in your half if you're not well drilled and don't play through their press. They got personnel that can hurt you. They brought in Nico Muir and Sam Ashford, I believe, from Crawley. John T. Smith, they've got in their ranks, like you said, Loza and Napa, the wide boy. They're a good team. They're a very, very good team. They're one game away from being in the final of the trophy. A lot of managers, a lot of teams, a lot of chairmen would like his record. Dowse, he's got them promoted. Yeah, had a good right go early on last year. Got them kept into the National League. Yeah, they may be struggling slightly this year in the league, but I can probably tell you 6 to 8 teams that would take their record in the league to ensure that they have a game to beat whoever they got. I believe it's Hereford to get to the trophy final. So I think he's done a fantastic job. it's going to be tough tomorrow. Why? Because it's full on, it's relentless. Yeah, they don't relent. They don't relent. And even in the game here, where Gus probably should put us 2-0 up, they still had chances. We had to earn that win. Most definitely had to earn that win. And like I said, they've gone and beat Kings Lynn. They brought in new personnel, and they're no mugs.